Hello, and welcome back to Fractured. This is episode 13. I know 13 is supposed to be an unlucky number, but that's gotta be just like, myth, right? Yeah, definitely. I've been having such a hard time recording this video, you have no idea. But anyway, we're gonna get back into it. And today is my birthday, as I'm recording this. So if you're watching this, you are obliged to click the like and subscribe buttons. I mean, no, not really. But it would be nice. It would be a lovely birthday present. Anyway, let's talk about what's going on in this episode. I have been doing my absolute level best to delay doing the interior of the amphitheatre. So instead of waiting even more for inspiration to strike, I'm going to use the strategy I learned from the farmer I worked for after grade 11. And that strategy is brute force and awkwardness. So what does that mean in this case? Well, it means that I'm going to take a look at what we have in the space and try to think about what they would need, in universe. And I'm going to try to, build some stuff up and just kind of go with what would make sense. Rather than waiting for some pretty design, I'm just going to brute force and awkwardness. Now, the first thing we need, look, we can just run right in. Nobody stops us. That's not good. At least it's not necessarily realistic. Normally, when there's an event happening, you'd have security here or something. So we'll have to do some sort of security here. I don't really feel like doing that right this minute, but we're going to come back to it. And yes, as you can see, I've already gotten started. I did mention that I've been having problems recording this video between just randomly losing the ability to speak, which has happened 3 times just recording this version of it, and audio issues and yeah. Anyways, let's get back into this. So after you get through security and get in, what's the next thing you'd need? I decided that it makes sense to have somebody to point people in the right direction. So you'd have some sort of desk, and there'll be somebody behind the desk, probably a couple people. And then they're going to need some offices to do a bunch of prep work and stuff in. So we're going to have offices back there. We're not going to decorate the offices, just to be clear. I'm pretending there's offices back there. And we're going to put a door in, and nobody's ever going to look in there. Because nobody needs to look in there. And we can pretend that there's a lovely decorated office. And of course, I know that we're going to have a hallway down here. So I just went ahead and put a whole bunch of wood. I figured it makes sense to have like a lobby area as well. When people come in, they've got a place to hang out and like wait for their friends to get there and, gather in groups and stuff before going off and doing their thing. So I think the first thing to do is going to be take a look at this desk. Yeah, this is going to be the first thing we're going to do. We're going to take a look at this desk and figure out what size we want the offices to be. And that's what we're going to do. And I'm experimenting with stairs, but I don't think this works like this. I think it could work if we had them the normal way and had slabs on top. That might look interesting, but that feels too tall. So, to nobody's surprise, this doesn't work. This is better, but also not great. This is looking kind of interesting, but way too high. What about... We do this, it's going to take a lot more, and we need to do something special here, and I don't know what yet. I think this works pretty well. I'm just wondering if another type of wood might set it off a little bit better. In real life, I have made things with this much contrast, and they work really well. But I don't think it's working. Spruce. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think that's working. I just watched Zombie Cleo's latest video where, among other things, she visited Doc's Gentleman's Club. And I saw that he had a similar sort of bar setup, and he solved it by putting gray carpet on top. And I thought that looked really good. So I'm stealing it. There's going to be a fair bit of armor stand magic in this area. I don't want to do too much because lag, but I think we need some. So I'm going to try to avoid going crazy, but I am going to decorate some. Next up, I think we need to figure out the ceiling. Do I want to keep the spruce going? All right, some changes. I'm a little undecided on some of it. I kind of like this going across, but it feels like it just kind of doesn't make sense. It might work better as an actual beam. I'm not sure. That could make sense then to do this as like a coffered roof, but we'll see. I'm going to experiment a bit. In the meantime, I got this basically done. There's more decorating to do. All right, I have done the very cheap version of a coffered ceiling. I think this works pretty well. I think what I might do for this episode is, instead of getting the whole thing done, just because the ceiling is taking so long and experimenting has taken so long and everything, I think I'm going to finish shaping out sort of the general space. Yeah, bring it along about to here. And yeah, then I'll figure it out from there. All this decoration, that's going to be another episode, because this is already taking way too long. Also, if I wait and do that in another episode, it gives you guys an opportunity to give me some feedback on the ceiling and just the posts and the overall design. Give me some feedback on whether it makes any sense and whether you like it. I'll see if I can rig up a time lapse that makes any kind of sense. Just to do the rest of the floor, do the next row of pillars, finish off the ceiling for this area, and then we'll come back and see what we want to do next. This is looking a lot more impressive, yes. I mean, it still needs a lot of decorating to make sense, but I think this is good. Yeah. So the next thing to do, I'm pretty sure, is this wall, and then security. Figure out some sort of security gate here. And I mean, it's not exactly the most imposing security entrance, but it's at least walled off now. There's relatively small space. Give room for, a person or two to stand here, and it should be good. And then coming in here, I threw some paintings on the wall, just, to fill some space. So now I want to do this section and this section. Maybe do a bit of decorating in here. I hear you.
I see you.
There you are.
How are you?
Not too bad. How are you doing?
Pretty good. How much would you like for a stack of obsidian?
I don't know. What is a reasonable price?
That's why I'm asking you. Because
I'm fine with just giving it to you.
Well, then I'll just give you that.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
I like this.
Obviously, a lot of decorating still to go, but
looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fine, I'll put it back. All right, well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Enjoy. And we're done. So yeah, not entirely done, but we are done enough that with like 2 minutes of prep, we could have an event here. So I'm calling that done. Finally. It's taken so long, but we're here. So let's go take a look. And I do want to stress that, yeah, there's still more to go. This is done for the soft open, not like completely ready for visitors and full, yeah, you know what I mean. So we have our security guy here. He's, pretty chill. Doesn't move much. Really, really good at just standing still and looking imposing. Up here we have the front desk. You can see that Dawn came in and is asking for some information, and Cloud is being very nice and providing that. We have some just random decorations on the wall. It just needed something. It was looking way too boring. I forgot to put the leaves back. Oh well. Over here, we have a shady business deal going on. Lely is selling a piece of paper. It's actually a map, but some sort of information being sold to Pizza Buff in exchange for a lump of raw gold. Briefcases. I saw a picture of this. I wish I could remember who originally did it so that I could give credit. But anyways, these are hanging signs, hanging from glass panes. I thought that was so clever, so I had to use it. I have Sayo holding a drink. I don't know what kind of drink it is. I don't know what Sayo likes, but look, a drink. And yeah, that's the interior space. I'm definitely going to do more with this wall. It's not going to stay just this giant flat monolith of brick. That would be really boring. Very unpleasant to have in this space, I guess. Like, I really like the look of exposed brick and old buildings, but this is just, it's too much. I have some ideas about what's going to go in here, but we're going to worry about that later. It's going to take a little bit to organize the first actual event for the soft open. We are talking about it. We're making plans. It's probably going to be in a week or so. It does mean that I have a little bit more time, so I'm going to be using that time to add some more decorations and stuff. But any decorations that aren't done now are things that can easily wait until the future. Like we don't have to worry about it, It's all stuff that, yeah, like I said, it can all wait. Honestly, I might end up just capping off that wall there. Just put like a door in the back corner or something. I feel like there's more that we can do with this space to decorate it, but I don't really know what yet. So I decided to play into that a bit. And I've got some chests here and a box. It's actually, of course, just a beehive. Some more boxes back here. And just basically giving the impression, I hope, that we're just moving into this space, so it's still like in progress. So I don't have to fully decorate it because, hey, we're still in the process of moving in. That's why there's just piles of stuff here. Listen, I've already spent too long at this. Just go with it. All right, thanks. So as I come up with more ideas for things that we can do to decorate, or if people give me ideas, or if somebody feels like coming in and doing something, great. We'll add more. And hopefully we'll have this place like really nicely decorated before the official opening, which is going to be a few months probably. As always, thanks for hanging out with me. If you enjoyed the episode, maybe click the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. I think it would be a fun thing for you to do. Maybe you disagree. That's your prerogative. I'm just saying what I think would be fun for you to do. Another thing you might enjoy is, if you enjoy farm sim related content, go check out my friends at Deep Sky Farms. It's good farm sim stuff, if you like that sort of thing. I know not everybody does, but if you do, it's really good stuff. Anyways, that's gonna do it. Until next time, remember to look after yourself. And I know that I've said this before, but we're getting close to that kind of season again, so just a reminder, don't eat the yellow snow. Okay? Okay. Bye!